can bring these things up in court, okay?
I doubt that I'll be heard. I think the judge and Amy Jones and others in there got the system, and lawyers and all their lawyer buddies got the system tied up so tight that I haven't got an Ice Cube's chance in Hades.
All of these issues you need to bring up in court. We've been over this before. I'm here to take pictures of this structure, and this yard.
All
So
right.
we're either going to go ahead with that or we're not, and I will say that you have refused, which is your right. That is your right to refuse an inspection. But then you know what's going to happen in court is we'll probably get a court order to inspect.
Okay.
So it's completely up to you what you want to do at this point right now.
That's what I
All
want
the
to
other
do.
issues you have to bring up in court, it is beyond
Oh,
my
I
control.
intend to. I intend
But
to.
you're not denying the inspection because you've done
Well, yeah, I'm
done a
gonna.
great deal of work.
I'm not gonna open up the gates last time because I let you in last time, and you just pretty much screwed me over. The way I see it.
Again, you can bring that up in court. So
I did
let's get
last week,
going
and
with
they-
what we're
and
gonna
they
do
shut
today
me
with
down.
What you're allowing today.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Where would you like her to start?
Fence. We have.
Mm.
Fence is one of the orders on this particular property.
Actually, I got till the 14th. That's pretty much done deal, isn't it? So
You
what?
have court. You have court tomorrow, which is for the repairs on this property, the repairs on that property, as well as the yard on that property.
I'll have numerous pictures of stuff that will correlate directly with the list of stuff that was sent to me redundantly, full of
We'll call
legalistic,
pre-inspection
intimidating
letters, and
gibberish.
we send those out approximately every 30 days.
Well, I
Okay,
got.
So for 4835 College, we have fence and pool repairs, the first violation.
All right. I got the materials for that.
Then we have deterioration of foundation, which we'll only be able to see.
I've already fixed that, and I showed you that. And last week you did not take pictures depicting my work on that.
We weren't discussing the repairs for that case. That case, we were only discussing the yard, condition of the yard of this property.
Well, I brought it up in court, and the judge snapped my head off, saying, "Oh, we're not talking about that right now." And
Because I think what he was asking was what kind of progress he's made, but the only progress that he was concerned with on that court date was the progress on the yard. Because each case is dealt with separately. You have 4 pending cases.
progress is progress,
on the
isn't
yard
it?
here, repairs here, the yard there, and repairs there, and they're all
Right.
they're all held separately. They're all dealt with separately.
I suppose.
What will be talked about tomorrow? Tomorrow is the remaining 3 cases. The repairs on this property, the repairs on the property, the Carrollton property, and then the yard on the Carrollton property. Last Tuesday up for discussion was just the yard on this property. We'll look at what we can see from the outside. And we have siding.
I'm trying to find that lumber. On the inside of that, I've used different wood to secure the outside of that building right there, the added on portion.
To secure the outside, you're talking about the fence right now?
Now see where the lower part of the roof is there?
Uh-huh.
That is an added on supposedly room, and it had damage, which is now repaired, and I will have ample pictures to indicate that.
Okay, so you're saying some of this exterior wood here has been replaced?
On the other side it has,
Oh, within the fence.
yes.
Okay.
And I will have pictures showing that.
So we got soffits, window frames, vent cover missing on the east side.
Now that's up too, and I've pointed that out to you redundantly.
We haven't gotten around to that side yet, so.
Alrighty.
Gutter boards and pool repair,
Well, you were just speaking of it.
outdoor storage structures and pool repair. Okay, so that's for the storage structures.
What storage structures? The one I'm building?
Yeah, what you call this, what storage
It's
containers?
incomplete. It's not in poor repair. It's incomplete.
It's under construction.
Yeah, and progress has been made on that. It's nearly fully enclosed, and the roof will be put on, and then it will be painted. By the way, this has been scraped,
Okay.
and it's ready for paint, and I hope it doesn't rain today. 'Cause if it does, that will hinder my painting. This little tree is coming out, but that's
That's not an issue for us at least. So it looks like you replaced the gutter board up here.
I did. That's getting painted too.
Okay.
This tree is gonna go soon.
Okay.
That's all ready for paint.
So I will take a picture when you replace that. Or you
Okay.
have this.
That window is solid. Try and I fix that so it's theft proof. Try and tug on that. Try and pull something loose on it.
I'm sure it's secure. I think in the matter of whether tight would be possibly debatable, but I believe you in terms of it being secure.
Because I have materials in there I wish to keep. And if it were not secure, I probably would have less of them.
And then,
There's the tuck pointing work I've done.
yeah, I got a picture of that. And then the, did you say you did soffit work here too, or were you referencing the gutter boards
The gutter board, the soffit work is over there.
on that house? Okay.
And it will be abundantly documented as well.
Okay, so that's all that I can see from out here unless we want to go on the fence. If you're saying no, okay.
Nope.
All right.
If you not went entirely overboard last week, I would have probably opened it for you. But I'd caused myself damage.
Okay, so Carrollton, we also have fence over here, downspouts.
We went over the downspouts years ago and determined that the eaves were of sufficient length reaching out from the house that gutters were not required.
Well, we can discuss that in court again.
I think you guys just like making trouble for people, and safety is just a pretentious cause for doing that. Let me see that book. Can you do camera for a minute? Well, I can't find that in time. I'm looking for a specific clause where it says the purpose of the court is to protect the mental health of people.
That one's been broken.
It's in there, I just don't know where.
And the soffit work, it was on that side, right? That you completed or you were working on?
It's on the back side of this portion. And there's more of that to be done, but the worst of it is taken care of.
Okay.
And these crappy gutters are coming down because that was put up there because I was being hounded to death over it. And they didn't work, just like I said they wouldn't, because I don't know how to do that. And so I
Because you don't know how to install gutters, you're saying?
No, I can't get them up there, and I can't get them to, I can't calculate the proper drop rate. Downspouts are doable, but having a 10 or 15 foot long piece of gutter and getting it to stay up there with one hand and operate a screw gun with another hand, it's a two-person job.
Okay. At this point, if I can't get into the fence, then we're good to go.
Alrighty.
Okay? Court is tomorrow at 9, so I will see you then.
Yeah, well, it starts at 9, but the judge doesn't come there till 10 or shortly after, so there's a really neat point in me getting there at 9.
Your court document says to be there at 9, but like you said, court doesn't usually start, actual hearings don't start until a little bit later, but I can't tell you 10 in case they have a light caseload tomorrow. I just don't know what their caseload is.
No, you don't.
I have no idea what the caseload is. The only thing I know is the cases that I'm covering, which are this year 3.
You don't need to look at the front yard, which is beautifully mowed.
Oh, I can go around front to make note of that. That's not a problem.
Well,
It's been working very, very hard.
I
Well,
gotta,
and that's, we would like to see that work because it's only going to help you. But by denying access to the areas that you've been working on,
well, I would be happy to let you in there, but I've experienced so much treachery and sneaky conduct of the court over the years. And only when I got my surveillance system in have you guys actually been following the rules on inspections. There's been no more sneak inspections. You've been scheduling them as is in the book.
okay, so if we're not going inside the fence, then
We're
we're
not.
good to go. I will drive around front and get a picture of the front, so at least that the front portion is also documented.
Alrighty.
Okay?
Yeah, the front yard, the outside the fence. That's not really an issue. That's not on the
That's
document.
never been an issue. Yeah, it's really just that.
That's where I keep up with the Joneses. My work area, where I save hundreds of dollars every year with firewood. You know, that's what the complaint is. I got several other issues to bring up. It's going to take some time tomorrow. I hope the
That's
judging will be mad. Well, if he's mad at me,
Also
that's...
an artist making art out of recycled materials. So he has to have a lot of stuff to draw from.
But the laws in Marion County are very specific about what you can and cannot store in your yard. If he had a garage or a structure with 4 walls and a roof that was structurally sound, he could keep whatever he wanted in it, with the exception of garbage that would attract rodents and roaches. But other than that, you just were
That's
specific
what I'm
about
building.
what you can and cannot store outside in your yard.
Actually, these rules on that sort of thing are pretty clear and not entirely unreasonable. My entire complaint with the establishment is the enforcement tactics.
Yeah.
The sneakiness and the intimidation. You read the documents that go out, they're very intimidating, full of legalistic gibberish and lawyery
What
noise.
you're saying.
And they're sent redundantly and they're delivered by a sheriff in full uniform. People don't need that kind of stress nowadays.
Most summonses are actually served by sheriffs or sheriff deputies. Not all of them, but some of them are. Some are just process servers. But all right.
And
well,
actually
I will see you tomorrow. Bring up all this stuff in court, and the judge will be able to address it with you.
And what do you think is the possibility he'll hear it instead of just shutting me down and shouting at me like he did last week?
I have no idea, but if you have evidence to back up what you're stating, then I think you're more likely to be heard.
Well, I have some of that. I just read in there I'm going to have to file a bunch of affidavits. Can I do that at the office there at 902?
I don't know, but they have clerks there. You can ask when you come in.
All right, because yesterday or the day before, I went to 38th Street, and they said I got to go to 902. And when I was at 902, they directed me back to 38th Street.
To file for what?
Well, I received some papers that I had questions about, and the contact information there was faulty. It said Gregory, somebody or other, attorney.
Like Greg Ulrich, maybe?
That's him.
Okay, yeah, he's at the Hasbrook building. So if you ask to speak with Greg Ulrich, I can give you his phone number. Do you want his phone number?
Yeah. Mom, can you write that? Here, I got a pen.
And the clean is scheduled for, I wrote it down. I
The
just
14th,
folded
and
it.
there will be nothing.
No, it's the 12th actually. So before the
I was
12th,
told
give
the
me a
14th.
call, and I can check it whenever and call it off. That's not a problem. Even if we call it off that morning, I can write it on here for you.
I'd rather have it on my book because then I'm not going to lose that book. That
You
slip
can
of
have
paper.
that too. 221-2436 is his direct number. It's Greg Ulrich.
Because when I was in there, the people were like, "Who are you? What are you doing here? You got a lot of nerve showing up asking questions."
Well, if you have a question, that's not a problem. I would say give him a call. And then this is for, you can keep this, sorry it's a little wrinkled. That's the court-ordered clean and tow. Now that includes your vehicles there. I know you said that the van didn't have a battery. Prior to that date or at that time, we would need to see that the vehicles move, that they run, that you've got current plates on them, displayed on them, or if the vehicles aren't there, that's not a concern then.
I have the plates and they will run.
Okay.
They're pinned in the gate, and I got by the 12th.
You'll have everything.
Go ahead and bring the crew so they find nothing and I can shout at them and send them away mad. So go ahead and bring the crew.
You can see the amount of stress that has occurred
Yeah.
and interruption of money-making time. So
Mhm.
you can't hire other people to do some of this work
Yeah.
as often because it's so stressful.
Yeah. I understand.
Well, if I can get the establishment to understand and act accordingly, that's what I'm trying to... I'm just asking you guys to follow your own rules.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's looking like a really monstrous task. But I'm very stubborn. And I'm able to take care of stuff. So,
Okay. Well, do what you need to do. I'll see you tomorrow. As for the yardage, again, it's not up for discussion tomorrow unless you want to bring it up. You're more than welcome to. As soon as you get that done, let me know. If you want to do it prior, want me to come out prior to the 12th, I will come out prior to the 12th. Okay, so we won't even come out here and waste your time.
and that's going to piss off Amy Jones when I got it cleaned up, but that's all right.
Well, I mean, hey, we just want it in compliance, you know? We really, that's
So
truly
you wanted
the
my
only
material.
thing we want is in compliance. We're not trying to hassle you unduly by any means.
Well,
All right, well, I'll see you
I
tomorrow.
hope you can excuse me if I have trouble believing that sometimes.
I understand. That's your right. So,
Good to
all
meet
right,
you.
nice to meet you too.
All right, we'll see you.
You too.